What is up, everybody? It's your boy Rogue here. So on today's video, decided to give you guys a hand trap tier list. Now I will preface, I didn't make this tier list. I was gonna make one, but I've been a little bit busy today. Kind of slept in late, prepping for my regionals tomorrow. I've been playtesting all night, but I saw one that was pre-made. It was made on November 1st, so shout out to bro who made this. And it appears to have everything that's kind of relevant. So yeah, we're gonna get him again and give my honest opinion about these cards. At the start of the video, smash that like button. Let's get the video to 100 likes. That'd be awesome. And if you're new here, hit the subscribe button for more Yu-Gi-Oh content. I'm uploading as much content as I can. I'm pretty much doing content damn near every single day. So if you want to see quality Yu-Gi-Oh content, hit the subscribe button for more. And also too, check out my channel sponsors in the description down below. Imperium Duelist for 10% off, and Yu-Gi-Oh Trading Card Mint for 7% off all of your Yu-Gi-Oh needs. All right, let's begin. So, Artifact Lancia. Most side decks, actually, yeah, most side decks for sure. It's a really good card. It's Lancia. You side it for Malice, side it for Ritual Beast if there's any Ritual Beast players still. The Ritual Beast deck is really niche right now because Malice is just better. However, there will be budget players, and since there will be budget players, you need this for your Malice matchups. Next up, Ash Blossom. Ash Blossom, bruh, come on now. I think that's common sense. We already know you main deck the Ash Blossom. If you're not maining Ash Blossom, you're crazy. It hits too many things. It hits Rizal, hits every deck in the format. I mean, I think that's self-explanatory already. The Bestial monsters, Druid Swarm, and I think I forgot his name, Bahamut, whatever, Magamut. They're good. I would say they're in some main decks for sure. This is going for both. I think Malice mains decks, some of them, they're not a lot of main decks, but they're really in niche. They're not really even the side deck anymore, but I think they're main decks. Really I would say Drew, he's more of like a niche one. I think he's more in like Tempai still, but he's really in some side decks too. Yeah, but I think it's some main decks for him and then some side decks for him. I think that actually makes sense. But I don't think they're really, I think nowadays they're just not as important anymore because the format's changed so much. Chaos Hunter, really good against Malice. I want to say, at least in my area, it's niche. Nobody's really on this right now. I can really see some people using it for them if they're scatter Malice, like if your deck has a weak Malice matchup. However, with that being said, it's a really good card. All right, guys, so Contact C, let's see, what do I pick Contact C at? I don't think it's good right now, man. Like, it's kind of niche. It's good against Rizal to a certain, well, actually, no, I don't think it's that good against Rizal at all. I might think about it. It was good last format against Snake Eyes and everything. Yeah, it's just don't. I don't think it's that good right now. I could be eating these words. I know some people say it's pretty good. Like, I feel like it's good against mainly road decks. Like, right now, it's really Rizal Malice. I don't really see it. I didn't see it in nobody's side deck at the top 32 with the YCS. If I did miss it, let me know in the comments down below. I just don't think it's worth it right now. I think it was a good last format against like Yugioh and different decks like that. However, most decks now just don't care about it. So I don't think it's that good right now. DD Crow's another just don't. It's kind of mid, honestly. The Bestials are better. Even when Bestials weren't better, people still play Bestials. They give you a free body. DD Crow just doesn't do that for you. So yeah, DD Crow's trash. D-Shifter, honestly, I want to say this is in some main decks because technically Rizal can run it and not have a problem. But the thing is, since most people are going to be running Rizal Malice, a lot of people aren't really scared of this. So if you're going to, like I'm going to regionals tomorrow, right? So in the room, I definitely expect there to be a lot of Rizal Malice because the deck's not that expensive. I would definitely say this is in side decks. Some side decks, not everyone's. Just for Rogue. I know it's Malice's main deck it, but it's not really cards you want to main deck. Droll and Lockbird. I think this is in most main decks right now, honestly speaking. I got Drolled at locals like against everybody I played against on just past Tuesday. I'm getting ready to go to locals right now, which is why I wanted to film this video pretty quick. And yeah, I see it everywhere. A lot of people didn't main deck at the YCS. They main decked one. I think that's because people didn't know how the format was going to shape up. But now that we have a YCS and the format is evolved to Fiendsmith Kashtira being one of the best decks, and then you also have Fiendsmith Rizal being one of the best decks, and Fiendsmith Kashtira being one of the best rogue decks. I think this is just needed at 3 just to stop those decks. So really good card. You should main deck it. Also, Effect Veiler in most main decks. You're gonna see Effect Veiler Everyone's running like 2 to 3. It's just really good against everything right now because you really want to hit against Ryza. You want to hit the freaking dual drive. If you open up multiple hand traps, like say you can hit their first monster and then say the second one for the dual drive to limit their plays, or you just save like 2 effect veilers for a dual drive, like if they have an out like a Call with a Grave or a Crosslight Designator, because once you start their dual drive, they can still play, but they can't play as good as they could have. So really good card. Thanos Dragon, I want to say it's niche. Like, it's not bad. It's good against Malice in theory. I just think no one can fit it. that's the real thing about that. So I'm gonna play as niche right now. Like I said, it's really good against Malice. That's pretty much about it. That's what I would have mainly sided for. That's what people have been talking about. Ghost Bell. I would say it's in some side decks, not everyone. Everyone's not really running this card. Like, I think it's an okay card. I don't think it's bad. I don't necessarily think it's good either. Like, it has its concepts where it's good at. I think it's really good. Like, I saw some of the people in top 32 with the YCS did side deck this card. So, but it's not in everybody's side deck. So I'm putting it in some side deck. Like, it's a good card. It's just player preference, tech choice. The other Ghost Sister, the Mourner, I think this is in some main decks. I don't think it's in everyone's main deck. Usually, I know Triff mained it. A lot of the guys out of Canada, they love this card. A lot of people in TCG love this card in general. It's just if you can fit it, if it's better than Nibiru or not. But I think you can sit in some main decks, not all of them. Ghost, same thing with Ghost Ogre. Like, it's a good card. Just everyone's not running it. Like, I cut it from my main deck just to fit the 3 droves because I'm trying to capitalize on just opening up drove so I can have an easier time at the event that I'm going to. However, don't be surprised seeing this out the side deck. It's so good against Ryzel. Hitting the dual drive, hitting the detonators, hitting the field spell if you can, if they try to resolve it. It's just too good. Ghost Reaper Winter Cherries. Nobody's on this right now. I don't think it's worth it. Like, even against like the Ryzel mirror match, you can hit their detonator. I don't think it's gonna, it'll hurt, but I don't think it's gonna hurt them that bad. I mean, it's untested, so I'm gonna say it's niche. I don't want to say it's bad because I don't want to eat my words, because it's good in theory, but I haven't seen anyone use it. And because you only really side it for like the Ryzel mirror match, that's really what it's good for. And maybe if you're playing Malice, you side it for the Malice mirror match, but there's just better cards. The other Ghosts, I think this is the one that made you gain life points. I think it's in some side decks. Some people still want to win time. But one thing, honestly, I'm going to say no. Reason being because I don't know about y'all, but at least in my games, no one's really been going to time like that. Like, everyone's been just ending their games in under 45 minutes, which is what I liked about this format. There's not really a lot of games getting dragged on unless you're seeing people playing rogue decks or like Yugioh matchups, things like that. But yeah, I just don't think it's worth it right now. No material, just don't. Yeah, it's just not worth it, honestly. Yeah, the cards is not that good. Imperm, the reason why, just to give you guys a preference, the reason why it's not that good, it's too niche. Like, it's niche within a niche. Targeted card can't be used as material for anything. People just play around it and just leave their card on the field. Infinite Impermanence, most main decks, you're gonna see Imperm everywhere, no exceptions. Same thing with Nibiru, most main decks. At first I wasn't maining it because I don't think it's that good, because Ryzel can play around it, but I have to respect the rogue decks. I have to respect the Malice decks, and that's one thing I found myself not really respecting until I got smacked up against Phoenix Smith Kashtira. Depending on how they combo off, Phoenix Smith Kashtira can play into this and get hit with it. So this card is really good for the rogue decks. You really should be main decking this card, honestly. Yeah, it's mainly because, like, if you know you're gonna have a room full of people who playing rogue, play this card in your main deck. Go into a big event, play it in your main deck. It's easy to side out against the decks that it's not that good against. This guy right here, I can't think of his name right now. You know, spend something from the hand and get a monster back. Just don't. He's past his prime already. Nothing more to be said about him. Another one of these cockroach cards, just not that good right now, honestly. Really niche. Can't think of the name right now. My mind just went blank, but we're gonna run with it. I want to say just don't. It's not that good right now. This is the guy, forgot his name. He's the one that discarded from your hand. Your target monster can't be targeted by card effects. Not worth it, just don't. Another card passes prime. This dude right here, negate a gray artifact, just don't. I mean, I guess you can see an argument to play it in Ryzel as a niche card, but there's literally just better cards, bro. Better cards, honestly, just don't. Token Collector. Yes, this is not that good, honestly. No. There's no deck. Like, the thing about Token Collector, right? When there's a deck that can abuse tokens, it will come back in the metagame. It's not a bad card, but it's just not that good right now, so you don't want to play it. Mocharmy Porilia. I want to say this is in most side decks. If you can afford the Mocharmies, you could definitely you're gonna play it for sure. I don't know. It's not really in the main deck, but I say it's in most side decks because it's just good. It hits those rogue matchups. It hits the matchups that you think it might heat. You might think you might see. I know some people in main deck it just on them turns. You open up Porrelia for Wallows. You're gonna guarantee to draw. Your opponent is gonna pass. So I want to say it's in most side decks. So most people aren't main decking this. Dominus per Impulse, I believe it is. This is Impulse. Impulse is this niche. It's a good card. Everyone's not maining it. It's not even. It's just a niche card. Play it in like a lot of rogue decks that can use it. Dominus Purge. It's a really good card as well. The only problem is it's not in every deck. It's another niche card. Like these Dominus cards, they're good, so don't think they're bad. They're just ran in decks that can run them. In most of the meta decks, you're not gonna really see it. But when you do get hit with these cards, you're like, oh, that sucks. Fualos, if people can afford it, they are running it. It's in most main decks. There is an argument to say this is in most side decks, but honestly, if you can afford it, you can main it. Shout outs to the reprint from Konami. I definitely consider picking up a playset for my regionals this weekend, and my regionals in January. However, I just don't know if it's worth it or not. I might just play my regionals this weekend without it to see how I do. I even know some players in the LCG don't run it. I saw one guy named Yugioh, shout out to his channel, really cool dude. He wasn't running it in some of his decks. He sized them. So it's really a player preference, honestly, but I think most players agree, even in the LCG, you just main it because it's a free body from playing Rizal. You can get the free summon at the very least, and if you draw it off the top deck, it's not terrible because it does have stats, and it's a level 4 to help you XYZ play. Now, this is a new card called Vados. Essentially, when your opponent plays a field spell, you bring them out to the field and pop it. It's not worth it, bro. It's not worth it. You're just wasting your time, honestly. There's better cards to run. Like, another good card you can run is like Typhoon for like stuff like that, but I don't think it's worth it. But yeah, man, this is my hand trap tier list in detail. Let me know what you guys think about this video in the comment section down below. Once again, like the video if you're new here. If you want to subscribe for more, subscribe for more. I'm uploading as much as I can throughout the week. And yeah, man, make sure you check me out, man. It's your boy Rogue Hero bringing you guys my hand trap tier list. And if I missed any hand traps, let me know, and I'll make sure to add that to the next one. And I'm signing out. Peace and stay innovative. You guys have a great rest of your day.